All right, boom. We're back. We're back, baby. I don't even know what we're going to do. Coin market cap. That's probably where we want to start. Get my night vision on. Get my night goggles on. And I'll warn you guys, I might type something up here. I've been looking into some really weird stuff for my TikTok account. I've been doing like crazy stories about the dark web. I've been doing kind of crazy coronavirus stories. So I got no idea what's going to come up there when I start typing in there. I've researched stuff that I thought I would never have to research. So if you guys aren't following me on TikTok, make sure that you guys go follow me on there. It is, this is my account, Fact CEO. I literally Googled butts today. So if you see butts on there, it's because I was trying to get an image of a butt for a video, and it did not work out well. It wasn't supposed to be a weird video, but then, man, some of the stuff I've been having to search has really been creepy. This is my TikTok account. I've been talking about coronavirus a lot. I'm CEO of Facts there. As you guys can see, I have 1.2 million followers, about to hit 1.3 million followers very soon. It's a sneeze, it's a dance, but instead I actually did a real sneeze and showed people how to sneeze. It's Corona season. So, all right, guys. So, coin market cap. Guys, we got to talk about stuff. Let me get the chat pulled up because, man, I am so excited to be live streaming right now. Because if you don't know, if you've been wondering, if you said, well, what happened? I could have sworn that BitBoy said that he was going to do daily videos. Every single video he makes, he says, I make videos on this channel almost every single day. And then, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? Then YouTube gave me a strike. We're going to talk about that for sure. We're going to talk about that censorship. I got all kinds of stories. Oh my God, that's so loud. Sorry. I got all kinds of stories that I want to get into today. So what's old Bitcoin Overdose saying? Is he early? Did you find that number, bro? Did you find that number? Crypto collector in the house. Let's see. Sal 1. PJ Beanie in the Heezy. Kelly Valor, what's going on? Freedom of speech. Go, y'all are actually am I doing my hair? Whatever, man. Y'all are tripping. Thought on XRP. It'll pump one day. There you go. Yeah, I fast forwarded past you saying that and talking about your Telegram and go straight to the content. Dang right. Come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. So let's talk about YouTube for a minute, guys. Okay, so let me show you guys what happened. Now, you guys know this would happen at the peak, the very peak of my portfolio. Or not of my portfolio, of my YouTube career. The very peak, okay? YouTube hits me with a strike. Saturday night. So this is what happened. Saturday night, I got my Zen Ledger banner up tonight. If you need to do your crypto taxes, you guys like this get out of jail free card? That's a nice thumbnail. Notice, it's not clickbaity. Why? Because this is celebrating me being free. This is not about me trying to kill it and get a ton of viewers and people to watch later or whatever. We hit 25,000 subscribers today, y'all. It took me 2 years to hit 12,000. And now in 6 weeks, we've hit 25. You guys are the best. There's no question about that. But so I sat down Saturday. I'm just really excited tonight. I sat down Saturday to make some content, okay? I was making a leverage trading video on risk management, okay? I was going to show you guys how to trade and be safe because all these YouTubers are saying, oh, you can't leverage it safely. Well, I'm not saying you're going to be a winning trader, but I'm telling you, you can do it safely, and I'm going to show you guys how on a video later this week. So I sit down to do it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have this video out. You guys know I do. I procrastinate. I was going to have the video out at like 2 in the morning or whatever. And so I get ready to do the video, and I'm making a thumbnail because I'm going to live stream on Saturday night. Going to live stream about 8 o'clock, put the video out maybe about 1 a.m. Eastern, somewhere around there. So excited to make this video, to live stream. We were going to be talking about, let's see, something about crypto taxes. Let's see, IRS, crypto. Let's see. Oh, here it is. We're going to be talking about this article right here. When IRS asks cryptocurrency on your taxes, answer carefully. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but that's why I have my Zen Ledger image up there. If you want to sign up for crypto taxes, Zen Ledger is definitely the place to do it. You get 15% off. Anybody that's used it will tell you it's totally legit. And it's very beneficial for you to use that 15% off or whatever it might be. Oh, ATL in the house. What up? ATL right here, shawty. Corona all day. My kids are not going to their homeschool group tomorrow because That Corona is another story. Yeah, you like that Zen Ledger shill code? Make sure you use that. Make sure you use that if you're going to shill it. So anyways, guys, so I sit down. I want to talk about this article. We're going to do a live stream. I'm very excited. And then all of a sudden, I head on over to my page, and I got a strike at the top. And I'm like, what in the world is this strike for? Let me show you guys the video that they hit me with a strike for, okay? Let me show you the video, okay? Make sure I have it on mute so it won't actually play out loud. They are lying to you about the Bitcoin halving. So let's see, where was it? It was somewhere right around here. Let's see. Bitcoin has failed. Still hope for 100,000. What is Bitcoin? Where is it here? Bitcoin to 100K guaranteed. The truth about Ethereum. The Bitcoin lie. I think this is it. Is this it? Is this it? Oh, I got ads. I got YouTube Premium, so I usually don't see this. I usually don't have YouTube Premium. 130 people in the chat. This is the most we've ever had. People are excited to see me free, and let me tell you, I'm excited to see it too. So this was the video. It was all about the Bitcoin halving, and it was about why the Bitcoin halving is not actually what you think it may be, because the hash power and how much Bitcoin is being mined plays into that. It was purely educational. There's not a ref link in here. There's not a ref link. There's not, I don't have any banners in this video or whatever. And they decided they were going to hit me with a strike for this. And it really, really, really pissed me off. And so thank God that I wasn't supposed to be able to post for 7 days. So today, YouTube finally responded. I'm going to tell you guys something very interesting, okay? Let's go over here to Twitter. I hope you guys don't see my alt account here. Okay, I hope you guys don't see my alt account. I don't have an alt account right now, actually. But YouTube, okay, they finally responded to me today somewhere here. I might have to find it. Let's see where it was here, where they responded. I think it was where I had the screenshot. Is this where it was? One of these where I talked about my strike. Let's see. Lewis Thomas got a strike today. Is this the one where they said thank you for the screenshot? Here it is. So I put a screenshot, okay, of the video, and right here you can see I got a strike because I had a stake, or I got a community warning about a year ago because I had a ref link that they didn't like. It was for stake.com, which I don't talk about anymore because apparently YouTube doesn't like them for whatever reason. But I got this strike. You can't actually see it. Let me click off this here so you guys can see the bottom of this here. Hold on one second. Okay, I'll put that up when we talk about it. That's what I'll do. But you can see here, I have this. It says strike, and it was going to be for 3 months, and that was going to really, mess up the fact that I've been on this hot streak of making great content and getting new followers, and really, we just hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel, and I was so bummed out when I hit this. And so I sent them the screenshot. It said right here, appeal submitted. Oh, now I'm floating. Now I'm floating, guys. I got to fix that. Boop. So appeal submitted. So YouTube finally responded to me today, okay? And they said, thanks for the screenshot. You have the option to appeal if you think this was done in error. This allows our team to take a closer look. So what do I say? I said I did appeal it 4 days ago and haven't heard back. Have you checked your spam junk folder? I said, still says appeal submitted. I got no information from them. I said the appeal process should not take this long. The fact that the appeal process is taking 4 days defeats the purpose of being able to do an appeal. And then I do understand that this was on the weekend, and I did think that was going to factor in. And I took advantage of the last few days. I've been really working on some other stuff that I've really been needing to work on. So it gave me some time to do that. But I said, you guys need to fix the problem that's happening to crypto channels. So then I went and I made this comment to them. Let's see. Where did I say this? I said, I hit 25,000 subscribers. I would love to make a thank you video, but Team YouTube is giving me a false strike and won't answer my appeal because they hate Bitcoin and crypto. Also, I'm probably not winning my appeal. I promise you guys, literally 10 minutes from making this post, they lifted it. Let me see. Let's see here. Now y'all are all up in my email. Y'all stay out of my email here. This is my other channel. If you guys want to go subscribe to my stats channel, it's mostly sports. You guys can do that there. But let me go to my channel, actually on here instead of where it was before, okay? And let me go to my, let's see here. YouTube studio. You guys are going to get the inside tour of the studio here, okay? Right here, okay? This now is what is up on my screen, okay? It says, you guys can see now, compare the screenshot, okay? Notice, this other one is gone, okay? There is no place to appeal. It's gone. They removed the strike literally 10 minutes after I tweeted that. Now I had so much support on Twitter from people that were retweeting that, okay? So nice to see my community stepping up for me. Crypto Wendy O. If you guys don't know, me and Wendy actually, like, we're really tight. The whole thing between us hating each other is a giant joke. I'm getting messages from people saying, like, why do you guys have such a problem with each other? We don't. We get along great. Like, we're DMing about all kinds of stuff so much during the week. Wendy is a great friend of mine, okay? But her community, Ivan's community, so many, FUD TV, Zombie, all of these people really supported me and helped, I think, make a dent with YouTube to get my appeal heard, okay? But here's the interesting thing. They never responded to me. They never sent me an email. They didn't send me a tweet. They didn't send me anything through YouTube. They sent me literally nothing. All that happened is I came to my channel and the strike was gone. And so I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited. Very excited to get in talking about some crypto tonight. Got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but it definitely was very nice to see that I have support and that you guys, really stepped up, helped me retweet that, and I think together we actually got this done. Okay, I don't think this is random because I've had a strike before or a community guideline you guys saw, and when I appealed it, they responded in an email. They never responded. It's just gone. Like it didn't even exist. Why is this happening? Because these cryptos, live stream scams that we've talked about before are mass reporting legit YouTube channels. That is what is happening. They're reporting us because they know that we are speaking out against what they're doing. So sometimes with this mass reporting, because we know that those people have massive numbers of bots. They're probably in the chat right now. Probably people that do the live stream scams are probably somewhere hiding in this chat watching what's happening, okay? Because they have massive armies of bots, and we know that because when you watch those fake live streams, you see all the fake comments. So we know they control thousands of accounts, but sometimes for whatever reason, when they're doing this mass flagging, some of these videos will get triggered and it's a mistake. And so I was glad that YouTube owned up to that they removed, that, and I was very excited. So, that is what tonight is about. It's about celebrating the fact that I'm back. I'm back on the channel, 2 videos again every day, starting tomorrow. Who knows when it'll end? I'm very excited. With all the stupid emojis. What stupid emojis? So anyways, guys, okay. So I'm glad to be back. You guys just know I didn't leave you on purpose. It was definitely an accident. And let me tell you one of the really frustrating things. One of the really frustrating things is on your channel. Okay. Go back to the channel. I have this community tab where I'm able to, talk to people. And I'm able to tell people exactly what's going on. And they made it to where, did I schedule that? Where did I have that post? I was talking about live streaming tonight. But you can't even use this community tag, okay? Here it is. Yo, if you hadn't noticed, I've been gone from YouTube. I got some comments, 119 likes. Dude, you guys are awesome. Look at this guy. Hopefully you can bring better content than the last month. So with the garbage price going predictions, whatever, dude. But, the fact is that despite this one guy's comment, which none of that stuff bothers me at all, if you wonder, I wasn't able to get on this community tab and let you guys know what was happening. And to me, that was the biggest thing that really bothered me because I know that a lot of you guys follow me on Twitter and you know what was happening. So many of you guys are in our Bit Squad Telegram group, which is a great group. If you haven't joined, definitely come join. But some of you guys just watch on YouTube and that's okay. But that's why it's important. If you can go to bitboycrypto.com, if you are a member of the Bit Squad, go to bitboycrypto.com. I'm not trying to shill this to you, okay? All I'm saying is I have a newsletter, okay? It pops up on a pop-up. All you got to do is put your email address in there and sign up. If you don't do it that way, you can just click on an article and you can go over here and you can type in your email address, okay? I send out a newsletter every single week, so I might put a ref link in there one day. I haven't ever before, or at least since I've been doing regular weekly ones, but that's a way that I'm able to let you know what's happening. If YouTube hits me with another strike and you just watch on YouTube, then I'm able to let you know if you sign up through this. And this is not like smoke and mirrors. That's literally something I did this week was tell people. And it was very disappointing to me that YouTube disallows that community tab because you can't even tell your people what is happening, And that honestly made me very, very angry. So, all right, guys, let's move on. Let's talk about crypto. It's time to talk cryptocurrency. What qualifications do you have? Any prediction on any coin whatsoever? You have no qualification. Thank you so much for that. Literally no one has any qualifications to make price predictions. So to my knowledge, there's not a governing body of price prediction. So just so you know, thanks for that. But okay, so here we go, guys. We have a couple coins I want to look at to do today. We got Bitcoin coming in at 8,800. So it's down over the last 24 hours, but we know it had a crazy massive dump today. Right after pumping up absolutely huge. Let's look at the 24-hour chart. It is insane. One day. You have I have a master's degree in price prediction, guys. Some of you guys are really tards. I hate to say that, but some of you haters, like you really just say the dumbest crap. But it's okay because it's your right to say that, so I respect it. But you are an idiot. Okay, so here we go. We got 8813. Look at this. You can't even really see on this chart what happened. This is not a good representation. You do see the price rose right here and then dropped. But on like the 5-minute charts and things like that, it was absolutely insane what it did. Let me go to Bybit. Okay. Let me go to Bybit. This should show it. Let's see. Where? Right here it was, right? It pumped up. What time was this at? No, that was earlier. I'm trying to think of what chart I was on. I think it was the 3-minute chart, 5-minute chart. Here it is. This was the mega pump of the day, right? So we were right here. We were at 87.43. All of a sudden, the Fed announces that they're going to be moving, lowering, they're going to be lowering the interest rate. It was really exciting. People really liked that. It pumped way up. And then what happened? Within 10 minutes, it immediately dumped down, right? We went from 87.45 to 89.07. Looked like we were charging back up to 9K. Boom, boom, boom. And then we went from, we went from 88.79 to 86.75. This is why leverage trading can be dangerous. You know, a lot of people I know got wicked out by some of this stuff. So you got to be careful when you're leverage trading. You got to have your stops. You got to have, different points where you want to jump out and stuff, because this is the kind of stuff that we see in crypto, for sure. You don't see this kind of thing in regulated markets really, but you do see it in crypto and things like that. So is BitTrue sketchy? I don't know anything about that. It definitely sounds crazy. What's up, Constantine? Good to see you. So that is something, but let's talk about some coins that we've talked about on the channel before. So we got BOA. I'm going to be talking more about this in the future. I've worked out a deal with them where I'm going to be working with them. And I've been telling you guys, like here's the thing. As a YouTuber, I get the opportunity to work with some projects. Most of the time, these projects contact me and they're like, we want you to review this, whatever. But Bosagora, they contacted me like a long time ago. You guys know I did a video on them. But I liked what I saw so much from Bosagora. Or Bosagora. It's Bosagora. I can't ever say it right. But it's BOA tokens, okay? And I liked what I saw so much that after I did the review for them, I contacted them. I said, listen, this is what I want. I will talk more about your project. Sponsor, I'll let you guys know. It's sponsored, obviously. I'm going to do one segment per month with them. And I told them, they said, we'll give you this much, whatever. I said, listen, this is what I want. I want a node from you guys. The node, okay, was actually worth less than what they were trying to offer me, okay? The node was worth less, but I said, that's what I want. I want that node. Why? Because I'm super bullish on this project. And so look at it today, up 72%, guys. And I know why that is. Let me see if they said I can talk about it. Because what is the biggest problem with Bosagora that we talked about? A lot of you guys know what the biggest problem is. Let me pull up this email and make sure they said I can talk about it. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if I can talk about it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. They are getting listed on BitHum. Now, BitHum is the biggest Korean exchange. And if you didn't know, I think it is. I think it's the biggest Korean exchange. They had a real big hack there a couple of years ago. I know that. But this is big news because we know there has not been an easy way to buy Bosagora, okay? And I do know they also have other big exchanges that are coming up. Now, this is not a sponsored segment I'm doing for them. This is literally the price pumped 72% today, so let's talk about it. But they got a big announcement. It's going to become easier to buy. We said, when I did the review, I said, this is the biggest problem with this project. It's not on a major exchange. BitHum, still not an exchange that probably most of you guys are familiar with or are using, but I'm pretty sure it is the biggest Korean exchange, or at least it's way up there. to being one of the biggest Korean exchanges, and Korea is a huge portion of the market. Back in 2017, the biggest drop we had during the market was due to the fact, it might have been the beginning of January, but where CoinMarketCap totally separated the Korean market away from the United States market or from the world market. They removed it, and everybody thought the price was, totally dumping, and so everybody started selling, and that's actually kind of what happened that spurred on the bear market. We lost over $100 billion in market cap that day. I mean, to put that into perspective, right now, we're only at $252 billion total, okay? So what you're saying is in one day, we lost 40% of what our total market cap is right now because CoinMarketCap made some changes to their site without telling people they were going to do it. And that shows you the impact of the Korean market. So the fact that Bozagora is now going to be on there are a few projects that I am so bullish on right now. I'm working with Bozagora, okay? I mean, look at the chart, guys. Look at the chart. I told you guys about this. I said, is this the next 100x? Yeah, 72% is not 100x. I know that. But this chart was looking so juicy to me, and look what it did. Now, look, I don't know if it's probably going to retrace a little bit. I mean, obviously, you don't get moves like this that don't retrace, okay? So you guys be smart with that. But at the same time, this is a good project. This project reminds me so much of Algorand. To me, it's kind of, they're not doing the exact same things, but the team, it's got that same like really professional feel to it. And that's when, look, they're making me sign contracts. They're like going back and forth. Projects don't do that stuff. You know the only other company that did that stuff with me that said like, oh, we didn't really, the only project to ever tell me they did not like a review that I did was Algorand. That's the only project that ever said they didn't like a review. They came to me and they said, we don't like the way that you did this or did that. And it wasn't that they thought, what I used to do in reviews is I would be much more trying to build the use case for the project instead of actually talking about the project. So with Algorand, they're a decentralized economy, right? That's what it says when we pull up their website. So I talked a lot about what a decentralized borderless economy looks like. But they were like, talk more about our project. Why did they want that? And I did. I changed. It's actually the first video I ever wrote a script for, okay? The reason why I did that with Algorand is because, or the reason why I like that from them is because they were so proud of their project. They didn't want me to talk about the use case. They wanted me to talk about how it was founded, the background, the history, what the project actually was going to do, what they were doing different. And so I wrote a script, I redid it, and I talked about that stuff, and they liked it. And to me, that was like, wow, that was ballsy of that project to be like, nah, we don't like that, redo it. But to me, that shows professionalism, right? I mean, if you're paying for advertising, and of course, it was a transparent review. You guys know everything I do is transparent. I tell you guys probably too much about what's happening because you guys are my friends, basically. I talk to my energy drink all day, and that's about it. Oh, yeah, and my family. I really respected that they did that. And to me, the feel of Bozagora and the fact that they're like, really careful about contracts and wanting to make sure that, that everything is in line and everything is in order, need invoices. This is not how projects in the space operate. Projects in the space operate like this. Hello, we found your YouTube channel. We would like to pay you, X number of dollars to do a review for us, $1,000, whatever it might be. I responded, say, oh, okay, these are my prices, and they come back and they say, okay, we'll either do it or not. And then at that point, once they agree, that's actually when I go look into the project, and then I come back to them and say, this is a Ponzi scheme, I don't like this, or no, this isn't something I want to work with. I make sure I have the leverage first, and they just say okay, and then they send money. They don't ask, they don't specify anything that they want. They don't give me any parameters. They don't care about paying me. It really lines up with what we saw in the ICO space in 2017, which is people just spending money everywhere, not really caring where they're throwing their money at. But you have these projects now that have been born in the bear market, right? Algorand, Bozagora, Vite, all of these projects that I really like, and you're seeing them be careful. And that's good for the space, right? That's good for crypto in general, that you have projects that are now taking a more professional approach. This is because they were born in the bear market. They don't have the same kind of they didn't raise $15 million and then watch it all go down to $1 million, okay? They actually have an appreciation for the money that they've been able to raise for these projects. And if you look at something like what Bozogora is trying to do to incubate, blockchain projects, like that's something positive for the space. That's similar to what Chainlink is doing, okay? It's a totally different thing. But when Chainlink succeeds, everybody succeeds. Because Chainlink is making it where off-chain data, right, normal data points that businesses have, and on-chain data can communicate. And then, of course, on-chain to on-chain is a little easier, I think, than off-chain to on-chain. But that's what Chainlink is doing. So rising tide lifts all ships. That's what Chainlink is doing. Bozogora, incubating projects, same thing. And I told you guys about this last week, or 2 weeks ago? And then look, boom, 72%, okay? And I'm very excited to keep working with this project. Veet, or somebody said Algorand had a good day today. Let's see, what did Algo do? Algo up 5%. This is another project I'm very bullish on. Yes, I don't work with them at all anymore, okay? So I have no ties to them whatsoever. I don't even own any of this right now at this point, okay? But Algorand is another project that I got my eye on. It reminds me of the next Tezos, the next Chainlink, the next project that is respectable already. That has a chance to be that next hot coin. I'm seeing people talk about it all the time. Another project people are asking me about is OGN, or Origin Protocol. They're actually doing a lot of promotion right now. Who knows, maybe they'll do a review on my channel at some point. They haven't contacted me, but they're coming at number 352. This is kind of the next project a lot of people are talking about that's ranked pretty low. I haven't even looked into it yet, but this is definitely one that people are saying has a good chance. It just launched in January. I don't know much about it. Let's see kind of what it's about. Let's see. Blockchain platform for building decentralized marketplaces. Okay, so this is very similar to exactly what I was talking about. Something that I think what you're looking for now. Okay, I hope I've been clear about this. What you are looking for now, if you're looking for blockchain niches, okay, you are looking for projects that are good for the space, okay? Those, I think, have the best chance to do well. So let me check out the chat. I haven't even been over here in the chat in so long. Okay, I've not been here in so long. Oh, somebody just signed up for email news. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's so nice of you to do. But that's how you can stay up to date with what's going on with me. So my YouTube app closed down. I haven't even been talking to y'all. I see so many chats. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. I remember back in the day when these people, I'll tell you what. I remember back in the day when I had like 10 people in here. So I definitely appreciate everything. So been dumped by Ripple more than a dysfunctional prom date. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, you guys are gonna know. You're gonna get honesty from me. I mean, you may disagree with things, like you may disagree with people doing sponsored reviews, but guess what? That's how people make money. You know, this is the conundrum of being a creator in crypto. Okay, here's a conundrum. Everybody wants experts. Everybody wants people that are immersed with knowledge in cryptocurrency, that's all that they do. And that's what I've been doing for 2 years now, okay? For more than 2 years, or about 2.5 years. Like the channel is about 2 years old, but I've been totally immersed in crypto for 2.5 years, okay? I know more about crypto than most people will ever know in their lifetimes, okay? I'm not a nerd. I can't tell you about exactly how to code or anything like that. Some of you guys may know more than me. But I know more than 99.9% probably of people in the world about crypto. Most of you guys are probably in the 98 to 99th percentile yourselves, just if you watch crypto content, okay? But when creators who talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency all the time, to get that knowledge, they have to dedicate their whole lives to it, which means you have to be able to create a full-time income from doing something like a YouTube channel, or else you know what you are? You're a hobbyist. And who would you rather listen to? A hobbyist or someone who is in this every single day 24/7. But yet, people get angry when people make money in cryptocurrency. Like I said, they're total idiots. Like you can't have it both ways. You can't eat your cake and have it too, or have your cake and eat it too. You can't. You got to pick what you want. Do you want this to just be a hobbyist space where, you know, I go work a full-time job and then once every 3 weeks I put out some kind of random content? No. And I'll tell you this, nobody has been more dedicated to making content on YouTube in crypto than me over the last 2.5 years. So I'm so glad we're growing. I'm so glad that people are finally starting to see how much of my life that I put into this. And I really appreciate you guys for sure. So, you know, definitely a lot of people making weird. Oh my God. What the heck? Okay. All right. I had to remove that guy. Okay. Yeah. Some people are definitely trolling here. So if people are like absolutely trolling, like I'm definitely gonna remove you. No question about it. But anyways, you guys know I put my life into this, and it's great to see when I make some picks and some things do well. That's really good. So also, if you guys are on TikTok, this is my TikTok account, CEO of Facts. I'm talking a lot about coronavirus right now. And things like that. So if people want to go follow me there, you can follow me there. It's not BitBoy Crypto. It's at Facts CEO. I got 1.2 million, almost 1.3 million followers. I have more followers on TikTok than anyone else in crypto has across any platform that they have. So I really have a great chance with this account. I've got one of the biggest accounts on the website. I really have a good chance with this to be able to bring Bitcoin and cryptocurrency awareness, when people get a little more bullish on it and things like that. So really excited about that. So if you're on, it's not a children's app. I'm not making children's app content, okay? Here's a video I made. You guys watch this. There's music that goes with it, but I'm not going to play it. Americans washing hands. It's a pretty good meme. It's a pretty good meme. I don't know, what do you think? People, yeah, the Bitcoin maximalists are as bad as anybody about the tribalism. No question about it. Today. You got to admit, that's funny. That's funny. You got to admit, that's funny. But mostly what I'm doing is giving coronavirus updates, making other kinds of videos there. So if you're on TikTok, I believe it's the future of content creation, short form content. So I'm trying to go ahead and make stake my claim over there while it's still possible to have good organic growth. So let's talk about this here, guys. And I'm going to go ahead right now and show you my Zen Ledger link, and I'm going to move myself up. You can see through me. Okay. But here's the thing. When IRS asks about cryptocurrency on your taxes, answer carefully, okay? And I think that this is something that is very interesting. You said that, numbnuts, but you know what? Other people also said they would never be on Facebook. And we see what happened. It was only for college kids, but then what happened? It's all boomers. Your grandma's an expert, okay? So when IRS asks about cryptocurrency on your taxes, answer carefully, okay? Now, what is this about? Now, this is so important, guys, I feel like, okay? Basically, what this answer or what this website is implying, don't have my thing over here, is that there's a specific question on your taxes this year on TurboTax or on your regular tax forms. If a tax that says, let's see, what is the exact question? Let me pull it up. What happened here? Let me pull it up. Okay. Well, let me get the exact question. Let's see. New IRS. Okay, here it is. There's a new question at the top of your 1040, okay? And it says, it wants to know, have you received, sold, sent, exchanged, or otherwise acquired any financial interest in any virtual currency at any time during the year, okay? Then this article says, but here's the thing. It does not ask you what, why, or how. All it asks you is, did you, okay? And it says, it is not asking for numbers or detail, although if you sold some, it should go on your tax return, okay? But basically what this is a kind of entrapment. Now, to imply entrapment means you wouldn't do anything wrong, which is if you lied on this question, technically you would be breaking the law. But it says, if a taxpayer answers no and then is discovered to have engaged in transactions with cryptocurrency during the year, the fact that they explicitly answer no to this new question under penalties of perjury could be used against them. And I agree with that, okay? So if you answer no to this question, you are gambling. You are taking a gamble, because if you end up getting audited, and we all know crypto is traceable, if they're able to figure it out, if Binance hands over all of your information to them, which they very easily could, okay, you're going to get popped for this, okay? You're opening yourself up. If you want to try to hide money from the government, that's on you. But if you're going to do it, I would still probably answer yes on this question, okay? And if you want help with your taxes, Zen Ledger, you can definitely check them out. Big fan of Zen Ledger. You get 15% off. I make a couple bucks on it. I don't know how much I make on every one. They haven't sent me how much I made with it. So, hopefully that's something that you can use. And I think anybody that actually has used it in the chat will say it is a good site to use. We had Pat from there on the channel. But you got to be safe, guys. libertarianism, anarchism, let's hide our money. Like, that stuff sounds good, okay? It sounds good until you're sitting across from the IRS agent. And I'm not trying to scare you. Most of you guys probably haven't done anything wrong. But the point is, this question could be a question that could pop you if you're not careful. So you want to make sure that you answer that legit. Who are other reputable crypto YouTubers? I mean, almost all of them except for Chico. I mean, except for Chico, he's the only person who I wouldn't suggest. I mean, pretty much everybody else is giving you good content. I mean, I like Crypto Zombie. He's a good friend of mine. Ivan, I like Ivan for sure. I mean, there's a ton of guys out there. Crow is very authentic. I love Crypto Crow. We disagree about leverage trading. I disagree with leverage trading about Crypto Love, but he's also one of the best guys I know in crypto. So, some of us disagree about things, but, there's definitely, some good, some good people out there for sure. I mean, I like most people in crypto. The only person I have a problem with is Chico. The Martini guy. I used to have some problems with the Martini guy, but I've gotten over those. I kind of like him now. I think he makes good content, and I respect his hustle. I like Martini guy. The only guy I do not like is Chico because he's a liar. Chico this week, he called my friend Crypto Stash a scammer because Crypto Stash did a free. Listen, I want you guys to listen to this hypocrisy, okay? If you like Chico, you need to open your eyes, okay? Because that guy will scam out on any person in a second. He's only out for himself, and he tells you that. And some of you idiots are dumb enough to believe it. This is what Chico did this week, okay? Chico, okay, called out my friend Crypto Stash for doing an interview with Wax, okay? Wax. If you don't know Wax, I'll pull him up. They're a gaming website. I'm about to bust him out on this because he is such an idiot, okay? Wax, it's coming in at number 94. It's a top 100 project. It's a gaming app, or it's a gaming coin. They sell digital collectibles. Stash did an interview with Wax, okay? It was free. He did not charge them anything, okay? Stash and my friend Keith have built a website, a decentralized app on top of Wax, okay? They built on Wax, free, okay? So Chico decides he's going to call Stash out and say, oh, this Stash, he's all about the money. He calls him, what does he call him? The crypto scum. He calls him crypto scum. He says, oh, this guy did this for money. This is what happened. Wax reached out to Chico and asked him for whatever. Chico came back and said, oh, that's going to be $5,000 to do a review on my channel. That's fine. If that's what he wants to charge for whatever, but you guys need to understand that's what he's charging companies. He's sitting there telling you that all of these YouTubers are making all this money on leverage trading, whatever, and he's charging $5,000 for a project to do a review on his channel. Supply and demand. That's okay if he wants to do that. But I think some of you guys should know that because he parades around like he doesn't make any money, okay? And he doesn't take advantage of his users. He's leveraging his audience by making scammy content and then charging all these companies. And then he's calling out authentic people that are not charging, okay? So what happened is Wax told him no. They said, we will not pay you that much. So he got pissed off and he went and he decided to call out Crypto Stash. Now, Chico's dead to me. I don't see any of his stuff. I got him muted. I don't see anything he does. I only knew about that because Stash sent that to me and told me that had happened. And it's just so ridiculous. That's the kind of stuff that's going on with YouTubers that is scammy. And then he has the audacity to sit there and call out anybody else, okay? This is the hypocrisy that exists between people that make content solely for, he wants to be the Jake Paul of cryptocurrency, okay? He wants to be somebody who is so drama-oriented, okay? So ridiculously drama-oriented that he gets clicks. And it's working. You got to give it to him. You got to admit, being a villain in crypto and calling literally everyone a scammer when you yourself are pitching fits and being a baby and saying that, oh, this project didn't pay me, so I'm going to try to call them out. That's ridiculous. That's BS right there. And if you guys follow that guy, you need to open your eyes. He is the scammiest, biggest backstabbing fool in this whole industry. He's delusional. He thinks that people thinks he's a rock star, okay? But projects, I know, because I've talked to projects, they refuse to work with him because his image is so bad. And he thinks he's some kind of he thinks he's a god. He's a joke, and a lot of people watch him because he is a joke. but he has a good video editor, and that's why people watch him. So, anyways, no, it's not. Let's see. Those projects are paying him to be on there. I don't know if you guys know that. So, anyways, that's just something that makes me mad. But most people in the space are authentic. Outside of that one person, almost all of the bigger YouTubers I've met are really nice people, and I enjoy them. I disagree with a lot of them on a lot of stuff. But that's totally okay. You know, you can totally disagree. You can totally disagree about stuff. Yeah, I gave you guys some inside info there. So... Well, it's ridiculous. He tries to attack me on Twitter all the time, but I have him muted so I don't ever see it. But I know, like, people tell me, like, he's attacking you, he's saying this, he's saying that, whatever. I'll take it as a compliment, because for a long time he said he wouldn't even respond to me because I was insignificant. So the fact that he actually gives me legitimacy and tries to respond and call me out and say, he supported this, he supported that, whatever, he can have at it. It only helps me because I'm growing now, and I don't need, my audience knows who I am, and if you're a member of this channel, then you know what you're getting on this channel. You know the quality, and you know the authenticity, and you know the honesty that you're getting from this channel, okay? And you can see through the other channels that aren't doing that, and I appreciate you guys. So he can say whatever he wants. It only helps me. If he comes into my chat and makes a comment, then that's great. That helps me. So I'm glad if he does that. If he calls me out on Twitter and says something, he's putting my name out there. So thank you for putting my name in your mouth. Even though right now, I guess I'm doing the same thing for him. But that thing that with Crypto Stash, it really made me angry because Crypto Stash is one of the most authentic people, and Crypto Stash does not do this for money. You can tell by watching his channel. Does he do some paid stuff from time to time? Yeah, just like anybody else in crypto does. But he's not doing this for money. I promise. This isn't a full-time job. He's a website designer. He's the hobbyist. He knows more about crypto than most people. Knows a lot more about coding and developing than I do, for sure. But to see someone like that get called out by someone who is basically pitching a fit and being a baby, absolutely ridiculous. So anyways, let's see. So yeah, and you guys know, if you guys come into my chat, we're going to talk. I'm going to chat it up, with the Bit Squad. But we got to talk about, here's the thing, guys. We got to talk about, let's see, what is it here? We got to talk about Justin Sun and CZ. Let's see. We got to talk about this because this is a big thing that happened. People were asking me to talk about it for sure. So let's talk about what happened. And I think that this is really a big problem that we have in crypto. Let me take my Zen Ledger link down. I got to move myself down. So let's talk about this. This will be the last thing we talk about. I gotta run. I got other stuff I gotta get to, stuff I was working on before I got my channel back today. I wasn't expecting to have it back. We'll be back to 2 videos a day starting tomorrow. But here we are. We got Binance reverses vote in apparent Steam takeover. And interesting timing, guys. Very interesting timing, okay? Is today... I got my Binance hoodie in the mail. Binance. I met the marketing director of Binance a few weeks ago, and they sent me my Binance hoodie and a Binance hat, and they sent it in all these Binance things for your phone. And then literally right after that, okay, literally right when I get it, like this story's breaking. Well, it was yesterday, and I got the stuff today. But this story breaks about how Binance, Huobi, and Poloniex basically conspired, and we got CZ on Beards and Bitcoins on Friday. So it's very interesting timing, but it's good because I'm going to be able to ask CZ questions about this. I want to know what he thinks about the community response to this. So we had him. Obviously, he's a big name. People want to know about Binance. And so he was planning to come on, and then this huge story breaks, and they've had to postpone with me a little bit and things like that. It was supposed to be today. Now it's Friday. Hopefully it'll happen. But we got this. It says, earlier today, leading exchanges Binance, Huobi, and Poloniex came under fire for allegedly mobilizing customer deposits to vote in what has been described as a hostile takeover of popular crypto blogging platform, Steemit, crypto blogging platform. Blogging platform, okay? So basically what Steemit uses with their POS or proof of stake protocol is witnesses, okay? These are voted on by secure people in the network. Now, Justin Sun, working under @dev365, apparently ousted all of the witnesses that are supposed to be, making the transactions happen on the network by Justin Sun. He pushed them all out. And then CZ and Huobi and Poloniex, which we know Poloniex, is basically owned. It's not owned technically by Justin Sun, but it definitely he's the number one investor in it right now. So we know that, or he's part of the main investing group that got it separated away from Circle. Okay. So we know Poloniex and Tron are thick as thieves. Not calling them thieves, but they are thick as thieves. You may call them a thief. Maybe by the time this is over, I might do it too. But they did a hostile takeover of Steemit, okay? So then Justin Sun on Twitter basically said that there were hackers and he thwarted this hacking attack. But the community is pissed. Now, because of this, we had, let's see, where is the guy? Let's see, is it in here? The guy their director of comms, okay? Steemit's director of communications quit. Did it say on this article? I don't think it did. But their director of communications quit over this, okay? Now, it's funny because I actually met the director of communications of Steemit when I was at CoinVention in Philadelphia, and I did an interview with them. And for some reason, CoinVention never released any of the interviews that I did there, which was crazy because there were like, 6 or 7 interviews that I did that unfortunately will never get released. One of those was with Jorg Molt, and in the middle of the interview, I realized he was a scammer, so that was definitely pretty interesting. Basically, I went there to do media, and they just gave me all these people to interview, and the director of comms for Steemit was a guy I interviewed, and he was telling me I was so excited about what they're doing, and we know Justin Sun bought Steemit and is migrating it over to the Tron blockchain, okay? Blockchain. So what's really interesting here is that nothing actually happened, okay? So nothing actually happened. It's not like Justin Sun took over the network and then made all these crazy changes to the protocol. I don't think. It was really just the fact that he did it. And so they're talking about maybe hard forking it or something like that. I really honestly have been kind of unplugged from crypto the last few days because I've been working, like I said, on other projects while I've had a reprieve from making videos every day. So I've been working on some TikTok stuff. I've been working on, a few other things. And so this is just a story that's really exploded. But I do know this. The Steemit community is pissed. Now, here's what I want to tell you guys, okay? This is why you should not be staking on an exchanges. I told you guys you can stake Tezos on Coinbase, but that's not the best way to do it, okay? You should be staking your crypto on your own staking wallets, okay? You should not be using these exchanges. Even if Binance offers you staking, you shouldn't do that because what you're doing is you're basically allowing them to pay you interest, and then you're giving them access to do whatever they want with the voting power that comes from your coins, okay? So if we don't want these things to happen, okay, if we don't want Binance, if we don't want Huobi, if we don't want Poloniex to be able to use the voting power that we give them to do positive or to do negative things that you might disagree with, then get your money off the flipping exchange. It's that easy. Now, here's the problem, okay? This is the problem. This is the conundrum. People in crypto are in two camps. People that only care about the money and people that care about other things, okay? There's people that care about decentralization, people that care about the tech, people that care about, the politics of cryptocurrency. There's all kinds of things that people care about in crypto. But it basically boils down to one, two things. Do you only care about money or do you care about something greater? If you care about something greater, you are going to get your money off an exchange. But if you care about something greater, you already have your money off of the exchange, okay? And you know that. I don't keep money on exchanges, okay? A lot of you guys don't keep money on exchanges. So if you're the type of person that only cares about money, you don't care. Now, a lot of those people aren't watching this channel. A lot of those people that only care about money, they're not watching crypto content. This conversation I had, I was on Bitcoin Overdoses channel earlier talking about different stuff. And that's what I told him. I said, look, people don't care about crypto. They care about money. Some of us care about greater things, but at the end of the day, when the bull market hits and the prices are pumping, the only thing people are going to care about is money at the end of the day. So for me personally, in an ideal world, you guys would go, you take your money off of these. Oh, my sister's trying to text me here. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so here's the thing. I gotta get back over here. Now I've botched up everything. I'm not naive enough to believe that you guys are going to head off and take your money off exchanges. I know most of you guys don't care, and that's fine. Because of that, that's what gives these places this power, okay? Huobi, Poloniex, Binance, There's definitely some other ones out there that kind of fit this. Bitfinex. You don't want to be giving these companies power to act on behalf of crypto, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to act on behalf of their own interests. That's what Justin Sun is doing. Justin Sun is acting on behalf of his own interest. And Tron is buying up. This is why I will still tell you, the price of Tron is going to continue to pump. It may not be pumping right now. When the market comes, that's going to happen, because Justin Sun, you may disagree with it, and there have been a lot of accusations, and this is really interesting that this happened, because there have been a lot of accusations against Tron, and a lot of you guys may have said, "Oh, BitBoy, you were talking about Tron, and you were doing this, and you were doing this," and there's some accusations that I have heard that have made me back away from wanting to support what Tron is doing. Okay, that's why I don't do content with them anymore. Okay, there are some accusations that Tron is like completely centralized. That Justin Sun actually owns he owns the majority of the super representatives in one form or fashion on the network, which totally defeats the purpose of decentralization, right? You're giving them all of the power. Now, are those accusations true? I don't know. Are those accusations strong enough that I feel like if I know that those accusations are circulating and I don't say something about it, do I feel like it's necessary to say something about it? I'm telling you right now, and I think that we just saw with Steemit makes me think more that might be going on. So that's why I'm not really working hand in hand with Tron anymore, but still at the same point, or working with them at all. I haven't worked with them since last year. But here's the thing about it. Despite all that, despite what I feel about centralization, do I still feel like Tron will be an investment that will make people money over the bull market? Absolutely. What kind of fool would think that like Tron top 15 project isn't going to pump when you got Justin Sun buying up all his competitors? Okay, is Tron going to become the evil empire? Because it's very interesting that a lot of people say that Binance is the evil empire. Okay, and now you got Tron and Binance working together. Are they combining to try to make some alliance with Huobi, Poloniex, to create some kind of mammoth giant company in crypto that's going to be like the Google of crypto? Whereas Google started out great intentions, but we know after several years, Google's the evil empire at this point. They're evil corp. That's what Google is. Facebook and Google are evil corp. Okay, now maybe I shouldn't be saying that since I just got a strike on the channel. But the thing is that took years and years and years to develop. Whereas with cryptocurrency, we know everything is on steroids, okay? Everything happens so much faster in cryptocurrency. So could it be that these companies could be becoming evil corp? I don't know. I got TZ on the podcast tomorrow. Hopefully still. I'm going to ask him about it. Or on Friday. I'm going to ask him these questions. And I'm never not going to ask tough questions to people I interview, because if I don't do my job to trying to get down to the bottom of the truth, then what good am I? I promise you, there's nothing going on in crypto that I would be like, oh, that's sketchy. I need to stay away from that. But I'm going to lead my followers down this path to where they're going to buy these things and they're going to, get wrecked. Absolutely not. But you have to learn to separate in crypto. You have to learn to separate what you know as from a cryptocurrency standpoint, and then what you've seen in the markets. And what we've seen in the markets is that regardless of what people think about different coins, it doesn't matter if a project is centralized, scamming, it doesn't matter. They're going to pump. What you need to stay away from, here's what you need to stay away from. You need to stay away from BitConnect. Yes, obviously BitConnect does not exist anymore in its current form, okay? BitConnect does not exist. But I promise you, I get emails every single day from projects that want me to pump them that are Ponzi schemes. They're literally Ponzi schemes. I go to the website and it says, put in this money and then get this return over time. Any project that's telling you will get a return over time that's not staking. Now, staking and earning interest is something totally different. Earning dividends is something totally different than letting someone borrow your money and then promising you will get these returns. There is a difference, and I promise you, we're going to be seeing much more of those projects coming out that are going to be scam projects, that are going to be Ponzi schemes, and those are the things that you have to really, really, really be careful of. Anything that says that they will give you these returns, okay? So is Tron that project? Is Tron a Ponzi scheme that is going to pop? It's the same as every other cryptocurrency project. Do you really think that if everybody finds out that Justin Sun owns most of the nodes on the network, most of the super representatives are either in his pocket or he indirectly or directly owns them, do you think that's going to have an impact on the price? What world do you live in? What world do you live in where the negative news about a project makes it drop? Look at this project. Let's go look at CoinMarketCap, okay? And let's look at this little project right here, Bitcoin SV, okay? Let's look at their 1 year chart, okay? If you go to their 1 year chart, let's see here. Let me pull this up, look a little bit closer here. When did they have that big dump? I think it was when did I go on vacation? I went on vacation, I think it was in April of last year, or was it March? Let me look, where's that big dump that they had? So here they had negative news. I guess maybe it was in June when the price dropped significantly. I went on vacation to Cocoa Beach. I think it was in June, it must have been. They had a huge drop, okay? Bitcoin SV went from $236.11 all the way down to $110, okay? And look where it's at right now. $164. It's up, okay? A lot of projects aren't up. It has about average returns. Now, if you would have caught it at the bottom, okay, if you would have caught it around $84, now you're feeling pretty good about life when it hits $115 or whatever the price may be, or $164, you're feeling good. News does not phase these projects. If it did, then you would have seen this is when Binance delisted Bitcoin SV, I'm pretty sure. Let's find the exact date. Let's find exactly when that happened, okay? Binance delists Bitcoin SV. Let's look at this, guys. When did this happen? News. 1 week, 6 days, 4 years ago, or 4 weeks ago. Let's see, when did that? April 15th. Okay, so it was April 15th. So let's go to the chart. Let's look at April 15th. That would have been right here-ish. No, yep, right here. Okay, so this right here was the price when Binance delisted Bitcoin SV because Craig Wright and Calvin Ayre got into a public spat with CZ. Okay, price is at $94. Okay. They delisted on the 15th, and it drops all the way down to $55, okay? So it dropped, about 50%, about 45%, somewhere around there. And everybody's saying, like, oh, the Ponzi's up, the money's not going to be there anymore. Bitcoin SV is going to be dead, it's going to be over. And then you fast forward, okay? Let's go to Coin360, okay? Let's go to Coin360, and let's check out Bitcoin SV for the year, okay? Let's see, 1 month performance, select date. Let's go from 01/01/01/2020 to today's date, which is, I think that's today's date, 3/4? Yeah, 3/4. Let's see, and let's look at Bitcoin SV. Let's see how it's doing, okay? Let's see how old Bitcoin SV is doing, okay? We got Bitcoin up 26%, ETH up 77%, XRP up 25%, EOS up 48%, Litecoin up 51%, Bitcoin Cash up 68%. I can't zoom in any more than that. Okay, let's see if we can pull it up this way. Bitcoin SV, well, that messes up my time chart. If you can't see it, 166% it's up this year. You have to be able to look at these coins and understand that some of this stuff that's going on in the background, the politics of these projects, they do not matter to anyone but nerds in crypto. If you care about cryptocurrency and decentralization, you care about this. If you care about money, you don't give a flip, okay? And that's where most people are. And it is time that people wake up to the reality of what is going on in cryptocurrency. I am bullish on the price of crypto. I believe that Bitcoin is going up, and I believe there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. I think we're going to have a run up leading up to the halving, drop down right after the halving, and we are going to be on the moon mission following the same stock to flow chart that has been followed for all times, okay? The stock to flow chart has never been wrong. Can it be wrong? Yes, it can be wrong. There is no definitive law in cryptocurrency that says this must happen. But the chart has never lied, okay? It says that we are going to be at $95,000 next June. Okay, $95,000 next June. And until this chart completely fails, that's where we're going. Is there a chance it's not going to happen? Yes. But it is time that people stop worrying. If you care about money and you want to see your portfolio increase, then it's time that people put up this stupid tribalism and caring about the politics, about what happens between CZ and Justin Sun. I just told you what I think about all of it, but that has not had a blip at all on the price. Let's go and look. Let's see what's going on with Tron and Steemit compared to some other projects. Okay, perfect example. Perfect example. Let's look at the 7-day chart for Tron. If you think this stuff matters, you're an idiot. Let me rephrase that. If you care about these things, then you're not. If you care about decentralization and where this thing is going, then yes, be passionate and care about that. I care about these things. That's why I told you I'm not working with them anymore. That's why. But am I going to talk about them as an investment? Yes. Here's why. Look at the freaking chart. This is about when it happened yesterday. Okay? Price of Tron. 1.5 pennies. Look at where it went right after. It went up, what is that? 10%, 8%, 7%, whatever it is, from the low to the high. The politics of crypto do not matter at all. It's only what people are trying to sell you to make you interested in what's going on in the background, because we've all been so bored about the price of cryptocurrency. But now that things are heating up and things are getting exciting, that's why I don't do news videos on my channel that much anymore, unless I feel like it's something that could affect the price. Because we're moving to a place where price is going to be the thing that is driving this space again. I wasn't making content a year ago about every coin that I like and every altcoin I'm bullish on. I was doing top 5 stories on what's going on in the bull and bear market. But today, things are changing. Things are drastically changing with where we're going. And yes, in my opinion, the coronavirus threw all this out of whack. We know what happened with the stock market. If you think that the price of Bitcoin is uncorrelated from what is going on in the world, you're living a pipe dream. And I've been awakened to this, and I hope you have been too, because the price of Bitcoin is related to what's going on in the world to some extent. When the market crashed, Bitcoin crashed. What do you think that is? Manipulation, where whales say, you know what, we're going up and the price is going up. Now, who do you think these people are? Now that the price of the markets in gold is dropping, let's prove that Bitcoin's correlated to them and let's push the price way down and have bigger red candles than you've ever seen before. No, people are seriously worried about the coronavirus. You may not want to hear it and you may say it's just the flu, but flights, travel, they're stopping. There's been tons of concerts canceled. Avril Lavigne, Green Day, these are people that canceled their Asian tours because of the coronavirus. Even though today the Olympics came out and said they are thinking that they're not going to have to cancel the Olympics, what are they basing that on? If that, regardless of whether you think corona is just a flu, which it may be, I've been really doing some deep dives in coronavirus because this is what I've been talking about on my TikTok account. And yes, when you really look at the actual numbers, for the average person, it's not that concerning even if you catch it, okay? But the stigma is, okay? And who does care about that stuff? Old people, because the old person death rate, if you're over 80, is 15%. If you're over 80 and you catch corona, so guess what, guys? I'm 37 years old. I don't give a flip if I get it. I'll survive. I've got a great immune system. I never get sick. I've got to the point now where I'm not even that worried if my kids are going to get it. We're going to keep my kids home at different times and try to be safe because it is breaking out in the Atlanta area. And we actually, through some friends, know the people in Atlanta who have it. So we're kind of concerned about that. More concerned about what we're going to do if there's a quarantine and we have to actually make preparations like we're doomsday preppers. But the coronavirus is not even super dangerous to children, okay? Whereas the flu is super dangerous to pregnant mothers and other people like that. Oh my gosh, guys, Chico Crypto has joined the chat. Chico Crypto has joined the chat, y'all. Thank you, Chico. Thanks for coming, bud. I really appreciate that. But one of his army came and told him that we were talking about him. He always does this. He comes in later and checks the chat, scrolls through because he's so paranoid, whatever it might be. But the point here is that the coronavirus is not as dangerous to the average person. But here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Do you have grandparents? Do you have great-grandparents that are over 40? Everyone who's died with coronavirus has been 40 and above, okay? Most people that are in their 40s that die do it because they have a defective immune system, okay? But people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, it's not a death sentence. But if you're in your 80s, a 15% chance of dying is totally crazy. That's the reason why in the state of Washington it's been so bad, and it's thrown our United States death rate out the window. Like, our death rate is like over 3.5%, because the first place it hit in Washington was a nursing home, okay? But the fear that's going on with this, of the intense level of contagiousness, which is not actually a word, the contagion level, I don't even know how to say it. Dan on Twitter told me the right word, and I can't remember what it is. But whatever it is, the rate is very high for spreading the disease, and people are scared of that. And the market is behaving that way. So where would Bitcoin be if the coronavirus was not spreading like crazy right now? We don't know. But here's one good thing. The stock markets were reacting very badly to it, but the move today by the Fed to cut the rate is going to help the market. It's going to help the stock market. I believe that the stock market is heading towards a bear market, but I think that that is going to be next year after the election. No matter what happens from the election, no matter who wins, I believe we will head to a stock market bear market, okay? That's got to happen, because I've got an interview coming out tomorrow on FUD TV with Elliot, and we talk about this. It feels like everybody in the stock market has been talking about moons and Lambos, but it's been apples and Teslas for the last several months, and everybody in the stock market is the smartest guy in the room. They're all great investors because everything they're throwing at is making money. And it is an experienced person in cryptocurrency that has been through bear markets and bull markets. We understand what that means. When that happens in crypto, it's time to exit the markets, and we're getting to that place. We are getting to that place in the stock market where it's starting to be like, man, it seems like this is too good to be true. People are talking about stock market going up forever. Same thing they were talking about with cryptocurrency. So as long as the market can stabilize here, the regular stock market, I think Bitcoin can be back on the way up. But what would have happened, okay, what would have happened if we wouldn't have had this? Now, you're going to have your conspiracy theory people that are going to say that, oh, well, this is planned. This is why, the globalists and some guy was like sending me all these racist messages about how, different people in the world are controlling. I had to get rid of the guy out of my DMs. I'm like, don't send me that stuff. I don't buy into the conspiracy theories that, lizard people are controlling the world's movements. If you believe that, then you got to believe coronavirus is completely orchestrated, and you probably believe it was man-made, which who knows, it may be, okay? But the point here is that the stock market and the regular financial markets across the world can stabilize over the next few weeks, regardless of what happens in America with the coronavirus, regardless of what happens in other countries with the coronavirus. We've seen China has actually done what I would consider to do a good job. I'm telling China, good job, China. It has actually done a good job over the last probably 2 weeks by quarantining their people, which you might not agree with them forcing quarantines. But if you look at the rates, I created this link if you want to check it out. map.bitboy.live goes to the live corona tracker, okay? But if you look at China, okay, let me pop this out here. Probably can't see it here. But if you look at the orange line here, okay, you can't see it because of my big head. Let me move to the other side here. Okay, so if you move me to the other side, you can see this chart, okay? The orange line is the amount of cases in China, okay? And you look over the last 24 hours, they've had 100 new cases, 100 new confirmed cases in China. Now, are they lying about the numbers? Maybe so. But regardless, they were lying much more about the numbers when it was blowing up. But we've seen a steady leveling off of the total cases, okay? You look at the number of recovered, they're going up. You look at the from the yellow line, which is countries around the world, okay? And you see over the last 24 hours, we've only had, that's actually not true because I feel like that just ticked over. So let's not use that number. Internationally, you had about 2.4 thousand new cases over the last 48 hours. So that's not great news. But we're seeing it level off in China, which means that there are precautions that countries can do in order to fight the coronavirus and in order to make it so that, this is not spreading. Now, I do also believe that it's very interesting, okay? It's very interesting to think about the way that weather could affect this because we know, right, there's global warming, climate change, whatever, it's usually warmer earlier. Could we be seeing the weather warming up in March? And if we see that, will we see the coronavirus dissipate? They think it's going to react like other versions of SARS. I can't remember exactly. Other versions of COVID, which is, the name of the virus. Okay, it's basically SARS but mutated, I believe, is what it is. Okay, so the way it's behaved in the past is similar to the way the flu has worked. Whereas when the warmer weather comes, the cases dissipate. Okay, yeah, global warming may actually save us, guys. So I believe that by the time the halvening happens in May, that this might be in the rearview mirror, okay? So that is going to be great for Bitcoin. We don't want what about all these people who are saying, coronavirus is great for Bitcoin? What? I never made a video saying that. I might have said in a video, people are saying that this could be good for Bitcoin and it could be a test. I very clearly said this could be a test for Bitcoin to see if this is an asset people will run to, and it miserably failed. It miserably failed to be that hedge against traditional assets. It much more behaved like a traditional asset than something that's totally uncorrelated. And that's what you saw everybody saying on the news and everybody on crypto Twitter saying. I didn't say that. I said it's being tested and it failed. Coronavirus is not good for Bitcoin. What good for it if the whole world, what is good for Bitcoin if the whole world is infected with a disease? Now, I did say on a podcast that I feel like that it would actually be good for my channel because everybody would be stuck at home watching content. So that was actually pretty funny, but I was kidding. But I mean, it might be serious. If people are just sitting at home and they're not at work, they might be consuming more content. So maybe I'd have a crypto bull run. Yeah, Gerald, I am a huge Al Gore fan. If you didn't know, he invented the internet. So if it wasn't for Al Gore, I'm kind of kidding. So anyways, guys, well, it was great to see Chico come in and make an appearance. That was cool that he came in. Thanks, Chico, for joining. He's going to go back and watch and see that I called him out for his wax scam. He's not going to like that, but you know what? He's going to call me fat boy in the chat. I've lost 15 pounds. What are people going to say to make fun of me when I lose weight? That's the question. Because I've lost 15 pounds. I'm down to shirt size. I'm going to the gym every single day. I'm running 3 5Ks a week. At 230 pounds, I'm running 3 5Ks a week. So I'm going to be down. What are people going to say? I've been doing keto. That's what I've been doing. I'm doing keto the entire year. I've been doing keto for the entire year. I'm going to do it from January to December. I took a cheat day on the Super Bowl. I took a cheat day on Valentine's Day. I'm going to take a cheat day probably Easter when I go eat with my family. I haven't even decided that or not. Take a cheat day on, Christmas, a few days around Christmas, maybe a couple days around Thanksgiving. But I'm doing keto all year long. So what are they going to say? What are they going to say? Call me an idiot? If you watch my channel, you know better than that. So that's the thing. I've been waiting to see what people are going to say when I lose a bunch of weight and I'm up here at 190 pounds or 200 pounds. I don't want to be less than 200 pounds. That's a little tiny dude. But sounds like I'm high today. I'm on my third bang of the day. I'm building a TikTok course for growing on TikTok because once again, if you are just joining, I am now at 1.2 million followers on TikTok. So I'm building a course showing people how to do it. And I have been going insane writing so many walls of text. It's ridiculous. Like, let me see if I can find one here. Let's see. This is how much text. And I've written 15 of these. Let's see. I'll pull the first. I've written 15. This is I think 2,000 words. So I've written like 30,000 words in 2 days while I've been off of YouTube. So that's what I've been doing. I've been drinking a ton of energy drinks. I'm going to be up till 4 o'clock in the morning tonight recording all these videos that go along with the course and things like that. So yeah, I probably am a little off the rails today right now. So, but I don't do drugs at all, by the way. I've been sober for 2007. What year is it? I'll be sober for 13 years. 13 years soon. So no alcohol, no drugs, no weed, nothing like that. So anyways. All right, guys, listen. I got to go. It is cool if you smoke. I'm not saying smoking weed's bad. I understand that, smoking weed is not that big of a deal. For me, I can't do it. But these bangs are a lot better for you than Monsters or Rock Stars. That's what I'm sticking with. But I usually drink 1 a day, but I've been drinking 2 this is the first time maybe I've ever drank 3 in a day. And you guys can probably tell, because I've been more excited, but I'm also very excited. No, it's not sugar. No, you're wrong on that. Actually, let's see if you can see it. There's 0 sugar in this. And it's a Bang energy drink, so it doesn't have the same kind of sweeteners. It doesn't have the same kind of sweeteners that other places have. Can you see it? Maybe you do. It's all zeroed out. I only drink energy drinks with 0, 0, 0, 0. So I agree they're not good for me. I know they're not good for me. I know that no energy drinks are really good for people. It's better if you can work without them, but I really enjoy them. So Al Gore invented the internet in 1980. That's pretty funny. I used to really like Full Throttle. That was actually my first. That was my first foray into energy drinks back about 2004, maybe. I love Full Throttles. That's what they sold at Home Depot. I used to work for a company where I traveled around the United States, setting up new Home Depots. It was a really cool job, but I was a crazy drug addict, and I was always messed up. And I had to drink those to stay awake all the time. So, I had a big, crazy thing that happened, and, it changed my life. So if you struggle with anything like that, know it is possible to totally change your life. But you can never stop tweaking. You can never stop tweaking. So can you please put a link where to buy those coins? I'm not sure what coins you're talking about. BOA maybe. You can hit up BitHum. But anyways, guys, I got to go. I got to finish. I got one more TikTok course lesson to write. So I got to write that. It's going to take an hour. And then I got to start recording these. And then tomorrow I'm going to edit them. But I'm going to have 2 videos for you guys tomorrow. So, I'm really excited about being back on the channel. I've missed you guys for the last 3 days. Had double the most viewers we've ever had before in here tonight. So it was definitely awesome and things like that. So once again, Chico, thank you so much for coming in the chat, poking your head in. You got to see what people are saying about you. I know that bothers you a lot, and I don't give an F. So go ahead and make whatever video you want, but it don't matter to me. Anything you put on your channel is nothing but clout for this channel. You got 3 times the followers I got, so I'd appreciate any business, sir. So all right, guys, that's it for today. I will see you guys later. Peace.